So, how do I stay safe in Johannesburg, South Africa? Hey, Jason here, and if you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Joburg, showing you how great of a place it is. And most importantly, you've been seeing me talk about success, what it is, and how to do it in the three areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. And so, as I was doing my TikTok today out in Forestburg, I went walking out there looking for some sourdough bread, chasing down some bakeries. It was funny because I kept getting the same comments over and over again is be careful. Oh, don't have your phone out. They're going to steal it. And I keep telling people like it's not going to happen. And I'm not saying that because I'm some Superman complex thinking just because I was in the military, I'm some Steven Seagal and can beat everybody up. No, I'm saying that because you have to understand the time of day that I'm actually moving around. And so many people think danger has a, people think danger just happens at any sporadic moment. And the truth is, danger happens at a very scheduled time. It's habitual. Everything that happens in human behavior is habitual. And violent activities, violent things only usually happen around certain times of the day, even in so called dangerous areas. And so, with that being said, like, there's ways that I can measure a place to see the level of safety, what I can and can't do. And then sometimes I'm filming to disarm people. So you'll be shocked how many people when they see like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Now he's filming and he's talking about this, showing people's experience. He's a foreigner. And it disarms them. And then they start going into a more acquisitive state. And so I'm gonna give you examples of each. And so the first reason why and how I stay safe in Johannesburg, if you see, I move in the daytime. And so what I mean by that is you don't see me going out at night. Like I don't hang out at night. I'm not out in clubs. I don't bar hop, things like that. So because I don't do those things, I miss that whole element of danger right there, no matter where I'm living in the world. Even when I was in Medellin, Colombia, um, even being there, where you hear of guys getting date raped and all of these things, I was completely safe there and had a great time there, made wonderful friends there. And I used to go to El Centro all the time by myself. Used to walk around there for exercise too. And so because I move around in the daytime, crime don't happen in the daytime really. Majority of your crimes happen at night or they happen very early hours in the morning, like between 4, 5 in the morning at the latest, or right when the sun start going down, depending on the area you live in. And this is everywhere in the world, by the way. Like you got to remember too, because I went to the military very early in my life. I got exposure to different cultures in different countries. So I just was able to analyze and piece all these together. And you start realizing every culture and everything's the same. Not much is really different. And so that's the first way that I stay safe is just literally the time of day that I move. You got to remember it's normal business hours. Who's out doing business hours? Hardworking people that are just looking to make a honest day's living. And that's it. So I don't have much problems with that. Second thing is, one, like you see me here on camera or you see me when you interacting with me on TikTok, you see me smiling, laughing. I'm showing you parts of my personality. Meeting me in person or you just randomly seeing me, like I naturally look scary to people because I am a big guy. Not only tall, but I'm a big guy, broad shoulders. Then I'm tatted up everywhere and now I have my neck tattoo. And honestly, most of the time when I'm walking around on the street, I'm usually smoking weed. Like I'm just going to be real with you. So just because of all of that right there, it usually puts an image of don't mess with this person. Because most cultures, big black guy with tattoos, smoking weed, that's supposed to equate to danger. Like, no matter where you live in the world, they show that's a picture of danger. However, so because of that, like it works towards my advantage to where these stereotypes that society have as a whole it usually make people a little bit more disarmed. So they're more cautious when handling me or talking to me. And then that goes hand in hand with the third thing, which is sometimes when I start filming, I'm filming in certain areas, and that disarm people because think about it, they're seeing this big black guy. So when it's supposed to be scary, then they hear my accent. And usually these are areas where Americans don't go. Like here in Johannesburg, 90% of the places I'm at, you're not going to find an American there. I have yet to find an American outside of Sandton. Oh, I take that back. The only place I've seen an American outside of Sandton was in Pretoria, and that was near the embassies. Like I have yet to see any American outside of the Sandton area here in Johannesburg. And I'm telling you, I've been to Rudyport, Clearwater, what's that, Clearwater Mall, some other areas. I've been all around this place, and every time I go somewhere, someone's letting me know, whoa, you're the first American I've ever sat down and talked to. So I'm just telling you straight up, like you don't find Americans in South Africa or Johannesburg outside of the Sandton area. I guess people just stay in that little box. But from everywhere I've gone, you don't see any other Americans. So it really takes people aback when they hear my accent for the first time. And sometimes I speak really fast and I have to slow down because I forget, just because I'm comfortable with English here and I can hear you all English well, I forget for you all, my accent is exotic. So because it's more exotic, like when I'm talking at a normal speed, which isn't really normal because of me learning Spanish, and they just talk faster in Colombia. So because of that, speaking fast and then speaking my exotic English, it's hard for people to understand sometimes. So they're not really sure, like, is he American or is this someone faking an American accent? And so all these things play in their head. So, but then when they see me filming, it actually disarms them completely because then they're like, oh, he is a tourist. Like, and then when most people realize I'm a tourist, they go into protection mode. Like you don't see a lot of things because I don't film everybody with me. But most of them go straight into protection mode. They'll be like, oh, go check out this place. They'll tell me areas to go to. And then from there, it's just I have a whole network of where I can go and where I go to and get to meet people. And so I wanted to share that with you because like this is just some of the things you don't see when you're just seeing little snippets of me traveling around. Like the reason why it's safe for me to travel to all these different countries is one, I don't go in with scared energy. I don't go in with energy of looking for dangerous things. Like I tell people, I'm not here to show anything that's negative of Johannesburg. Like I'm only here to show the positive of it. If you want to see negative, there's plenty of media out there on that. And so because I go into everything with that type of energy and people feel that energy and understand it, they become very open and protective and let me know like, oh, this is how I learn about all the different marketplaces I go to, the different events like the Rand show. People tell me where to go, and people are going to tell you places where you can go, where you can film with no issues, walk around safely. And if you plan on becoming a traveler, like you have to start having faith in human beings. Like human beings, we're good people, man. Yeah, it seemed like because of all the negative media and the corrupt governments everywhere, that the whole world is just horrible. I'm telling you, there's a lot of great people out here, especially in Joburg, man. People are sleeping on Joburg. This place is nowhere near as dangerous how the media says it. And I'm telling you, like, if you start going out to some of these day events that's here, because there's always something going on in the day here, man, you'll start seeing how beautiful this place is and you'll start seeing it a little bit from my perspective. So just wanted to share that with you today. Like, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel so you can get caught up on each time I do a new video every day. And make sure you share this with other people. So in case someone is looking into traveling and they may be afraid and don't know how to make travel more safely for them, just share this content with them. And then just remember, I'm Jay, and success is simple once you know how.